Hey guys, Triple H Guy 2004, just back here with another video. Today I was just thinking, making some food, and I was just thinking about how I met the Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart last week. You saw my video I put up last Friday of me meeting Jimmy Hart, but I just wanted to put up a video saying that was just like the biggest shock in the world. I said in the video that it was the biggest shock in the world. Me and my dad went to the indie show that we always go to, and sometimes they bring in guys, sometimes they advertise them. Jimmy Hart was unadvertised. I'm assuming management knew it was, but they didn't put it out there like Jimmy Hart was going to be there. So it was really cool. I walk in the building. You know, we're hanging out. We usually show up an hour before the show just because it fills up really quick, and it's just easier to show up earlier because the parking lot's so small, and this place holds about 200 people, but you get 200 people in a small parking lot, and then that's just, I mean, not only the fans take up the parking lot, but all the wrestlers have to park in this parking lot too, and it's not very big. I mean, you get 50 wrestlers with 200 fans, that's 250. And people, some people bring 2-3 cars to get there, so blah, blah, blah. I'm just going off. So I walk in the building, and I see this guy. His name, I believe, is Steve Chamberlain. He was a former wrestler. He said that he was going to be the Zach Gowen character, but really nice guy. He does this 50 Legs organization. And what really, if you know me, if you've met me, if you met my dad, my dad's has a prosthetic leg. Some of you know that, some of you don't. He has a prosthetic leg. So him and my dad really hit it off because, of course, he is an amputee as well. And his organization helps out people that are unable, that can't afford to buy prosthetics. My dad's a veteran, so he was, able, through his insurance, through the VA, to get his prosthetic and get everything he needs to live his life normally. Which, unfortunately, not everybody has the ability to do that. So this organization helps out people that can't do that. So this guy was really nice guy, and then Jimmy Hart was right behind him, but he wasn't behind him where I could actually see him till he kind of moved a little bit, and I was like, holy crap, Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart, I had met Jimmy Hart before in Concord, New Hampshire at a Brooke Hogan tour, because Jimmy Hart is pretty much Hulk Hogan's lackey, pretty much. I mean, he's his manager. He's his life manager, pretty much. I don't know if he does that great of a job, but he helps Hogan with appearances and stuff like that. And so we meet him. I shake his hand. I say, great to meet you again. He goes, again? I said, yeah. So we met in Concord, New Hampshire in 2000. I think I just said a few years ago when Brooke was on tour. And he goes, oh, yeah, the music festival. When she was doing her music tour, yep. And so we go through the show, and Jimmy Hart's just hanging out watching the show from the outside. There's a little lobby in the building, and then you go into the main building. The place that we go to is called the PAV, Polish American Veterans Hall. So if you've ever been to a Veterans Hall, it's probably similar to the one that Miguel and Justin Ortiz go to for PWG. So just like that. If you've ever been to a, hall, some sort of hall, there's a lobby. And so Jimmy Hart was hanging out watching the show, and then at intermission he took pictures in the ring for a minimum donation of $5. We pay the $5. Me and Dad go get our picture. And then Jimmy Hart, here's the picture. I'll try to show it to you guys. If not, just ask for it, and I'll send it to you on Twitter. That's my dad right there. Jimmy Hart, of course. He had his megaphone with him. That's me, of course, and then that's the Steve Chamberlain. I don't know if you can see it here. He basically has the same designed leg that my dad does. My dad has a little bit different one. Well, he has his sock on his. He keeps the sock on because my dad's a little conscious about how people think he looks. But, yeah. So, that's Steve Chamberlain. So, during the show, they said during the show that they were going to be printing them out. They printed them out right there at the show. They had a little mini printer set up. They punched it in, took forever to print out the pictures. So you go, when the show ended, I was chilling out with Jimmy Hart all night. I was just going to try to get, something on video for you guys, and so I'll try to wrap this up. So, I'm chilling out with him, hanging out. He's a real good guy, talking to me all night. Steve's talking to me all night. I missed a couple of the matches, nothing too spectacular. So I go in for the main event, which was a tables match with a triple threat. Triple threat, no disqualification. It wasn't a tables match, but I ended up being a couple table spots. It was a no DQ triple threat match for the Chaotic Tag Team titles. Great match. Great event overall. Had a great time. So after I go get my picture, I shake Jimmy Hart's hand one more time. In the video, you can see Jimmy Hart said he'll do something special for me. So he goes, get out your phone, hit the record button, and I'll do this for you. And then, so he did it. So he did it. If you go back into the experience video, you can hear Jimmy Hart recording my incoming voicemail message, which is awesome. I marked out. I was giddy, And he didn't have to do that because the show was over and he was no obligation to do anything like that. But he had promised me. He was a man of his word. So I really enjoyed meeting Jimmy Hart. So this was my experience video of meeting Jimmy Hart. This Triple H Guy 2004. See you guys later. Peace!